nonpartisan nonprofit focused on building sustainable power in Asian American and Pacific Islander communities through civic engagement and voter engagement. Since 2007, we've invested in a national grassroots network that's organized our communities to register and vote. We've also faced a number of challenges with the rise of anti-Asian violence. 76% of AAPI youth believe that AAPIs are under attack in America because of their racial background. But AAPI youth didn't let these struggles discourage them. They got up, took action, and came out and voted in historic numbers to make the changes they wanted to see. In fact, AAPIs increased their turnout by 17% in 2020 compared to 2016, a higher increase than any other young racial group. This historic turnout helped decide the 2020 presidential election, which had a huge impact on the AAPI community. In just 2 years, we've seen the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, 4 states and other municipalities mandating Asian American history being taught in schools, and increased funding for AAPI serving organizations and more. We know AAPIs, especially our youth, remain energized and are ready to take action against this year and to work in coalition across different issues. And AAPIVote is excited to support this momentum. In particularly here in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania, we support and commend all the work of the Asian APA Power Coalition, who is working across the country, right across the state, as well as new voters who are organized at the high schools and working with AAPIVote to also energize AAPI high school students. Elected officials are finally realizing our collective power, and they must hear and address our needs. And this must include defending our democracy. If young people don't vote, the most intolerant and radical forces in our country will determine the future. We joined Defend the Future to ensure that the growing power of AAPIs also inspire other Americans, especially young Americans of color, to register and vote. It's no coincidence that this was launched on National Voter Registration Day. So I must remind everyone, we need to keep up the conversation this week and the next few weeks before the deadlines are up to make sure that we register and vote. Because when we turn out consistently, we are holding our elected officials accountable and forcing them to pay attention to us and the issues we care about. Young people have the power to enact an agenda that upholds the fundamental dignity of all people. And it's more important now than ever that we go out and vote. We will no longer be bullied back into the margins. Thank you.